We were made to love and to be loved, to be known, to be desired, to share life with someone, to be the delight of someone's heart, to belong fully to another person. But as wonderful as that love can be, it can also be indescribably painful. When you love someone deeply and you get rejection in return, when someone's heart changes towards you, when you love one another but there's a conflict that just can't be resolved, when you try so hard to win somebody's heart, but you can't do enough ever to do it. You see this pain in poetry, you see it in the movies, you hear it in love songs. One writer writes, "Nothing hurts more than realizing that they meant everything to you, but you meant nothing to them." Another says, "What hurts more than losing you is knowing that you're not fighting to keep me." The pain is the same even when someone dies. One person has said, "Grief is simply love that doesn't have any place to go." Love that is either lost or not reciprocated hurts so much because we were meant to be loved without condition, and we were meant to be loved forever. Ultimately, we were meant to be loved by God. And as we've looked at the Song of Solomon, we've seen a beautiful picture of the intimate and joyful love relationship that God designed to be experienced between a husband and a wife. The desire, the attraction, the delight, the close companionship, all of it is a gift from God. But as beautiful as that love can be, when we say our wedding vows, we admit that even the best and healthiest husband and wife relationship is temporary. Till death do us part. And that's one reason I believe Song of Solomon is calling us to look farther and to look deeper. It's using the picture of marriage as a lens through which we can look to give us a clear picture of the love that we are invited to experience with God Himself. A love that we see in today's reading is permanent and unchanging. Chapter 7 begins with the love of the husband who can't stop talking about how much he absolutely delights in everything about his bride. "How beautiful and how delightful you are," he says. And his delight in her gives her a deep certainty that she genuinely belongs to him. It leads her to say, "I know that I am my beloved's, and his desire is for me." And not only does it make her certain of his love, but it gives her a desire in response to be with him and to share her love for him. Chapter 8, we see that her desire is not just for the temporary thrill of romance or physical intimacy, but what she really wants is a deep, committed love that nothing else can take away. Verse 6, she says, "Put me as a seal over your heart," a picture of someone with a signet ring pressing it into the wax on a document or on something else, and the message is a very visible and clear message that says, "This belongs to me." She says that this kind of love is as strong as death and as jealous as the grave. In other words, just as the grave is unwilling to give up its dead, so this kind of love is unwilling to give up the one that it loves. This love, she says, is an intense flame of fire that nothing could ever quench. It's so enduring that even a river or an ocean full of water could never put it out. And she says it's a love that's so valuable that even if someone offered them all the riches of the world, they wouldn't give it up. She goes on to say that she is so certain of his love because when he found her, she wasn't worthy of it at all. He didn't love her so much because she was so beautiful. She became so beautiful because of how much he loved her. And that's such a beautiful picture of the grace of God that loves us even when we were at our worst, and also continues to make us holy and more like himself. And that's the love that the Song of Solomon is pointing to. A love that is so deep and so certain that the Apostle Paul says in Romans 8, "I am convinced that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor things present, nor things to come, nor powers, nor height, nor depth, nor any other created thing will ever be able to separate us from the love of God, which is in Christ Jesus our Lord."